there is a delay on Facebook, and I have yet to figure out the timing. And I learned that if I start talking right away, that I always mess up the timing. Hi, I am Anna Imagination with a Healing Garden. And if you are new to my page and my life, I am a philosopher, psychologist, sociologist of 30 years, and I believe in magic. Oh, yes, I do. So I had a I am so happy. I am so, so happy. I spoke to somebody recently, and it was this massive eye opener of, oh my God, there are people like me. And there's a difference between people supporting you and then really sitting down and talking to somebody and sharing a perspective and not having to hide a fraction of yourself. You can just open up and just be who you are completely. And you don't have to worry about, do I sound crazy? And I was able to have a full conversation with this person, and not once did I think, oh my God, I sound insane. And because of that, I was able to really tap down. And then our energies connected, and it was like, this is the connection I've been looking for. And I just wanted to take a minute and share and kind of restabilize, reset, ground myself and say, okay, this is where we are. This is what's going on. So she said it to me in our conversation of, oh, are you just coming out of isolation? And it's a really great way to put it is, yeah, 43 years of pure energy isolation. And now today she opened the doors to this massive world for me. And other people had stopped by along my journey and had said to me, you know, you're not alone. And I'm like, yeah, I know they're out there. I just haven't been able to find them yet. And suddenly it just kind of came slamming into me this morning where I went, they're here. The doors are open. This is the door I was trying to open. So I am so excited and so supercharged. And Dawn, I know you're going to be like the first person to watch this if you're not sitting there right now watching it. But you're one of the very few people who've been a solid anchor in my logic to keep saying, go on, you got this, you're right where you need to be, just stay with it. You single-handedly kept me going some days, and I just will forever be indebted to you for that. And and that's really it. Dawn is like there's me and there's Dawn, and she's been a light to me going through this, trying to get to this point. And there are days where it's just been pure isolation, and where I have all of these nonconformists screaming, you're crazy, you're insane, bombarding me with that. And it was about 2 days ago, not 2 days ago, it was a year ago. I was doing my research, and I was pulling all of these logic threads, psychology, philosophy, physics, hard sciences, and I'm like drawing all of these logical conclusions. And when it was all done and said, I came to one standing conclusion. It all just siphoned and zeroed down to, we are gods who forgot that we're gods, and we are remembering who we are. And that is wakening up our power. And around 2019, a lot of us remembered, and it shifted the energy. And we went, whoa, what just happened? And it's happening again. It's going to happen another time. The next time it happens, it's going to be big. And I could see all of it. And I reported the journey. I've been recording this journey of mine since 2015. And if you're new to the channel, my story is extraordinary. I cannot begin to explain to you my journey. We all have stories. We all have our way of coming together and saying, we're all going to the same place. We're all heading to the same, we're all land before time. And we're all going to the Great Valley. We all are going to the Great Valley. And we're finally at the door. We're inside the Great Valley. And now let's sit down and talk about the journey that took us here. I want to hear everybody's journey. I want to hear how everybody got here. That's what I want. That is what I'm doing. I am a story seeker right now. I need all the perspectives. So I'm asking everybody to please message me, reach out. I want to hear your story. I want to hear how you woke up, how you remembered who you were. I want to know exactly at what point in your life. I want to know your back history. I want to hear your story. That's what I want, because I'm basically doing this massive social project right now. It's a social experiment where I'm comparing perspectives. And your stories are the missing piece to my research. I cannot emphasize that to you enough. I am the founder of Perspective Philosophy and Perspective Psychology. At the end of philosophy and psychology, when you max out those subjects, the other side begins perspective psychology, perspective science. And that's what I study. That is my mastery, is perspective. And it is the lost subject of Alexandria. When the Romans burned Alexandria, oh God, I can say this to you guys and you'll appreciate it. I've been preaching to a bunch of muggles for the last year, and I'm like, why am I talking to these people? They don't appreciate it, nor do they understand it. And now I found you, and I'm like, oh, you understand my language. So for me, I'm experiencing massive waves of relief. And yes, when it's like the top just came off, and I'm suddenly talking a mile a minute because I'm just so excited and relieved. And if I interrupt you a lot, I'm sorry. I'm from New York. I'm conscious of it and I'm working on it, but it takes a lot of work. So perspective psychology, perspective philosophy is the study of points of view. I can't begin to explain how in-depth this topic is. In the University of Alexandria, people think that the University of Alexandria was a philosophy school, and it wasn't. It was a perspective school. There's a lot of ways that the school was structured that basically taught perspective. For instance, the Teacher's Lounge. Now today we have it backwards, but the Teacher's Lounge in Alexandria was different. It was all of the teachers of all of the academia, all the philosophers who lounged together in one space so that one student could walk in and say, what is truth? And instead of getting one teacher's perspective, oh, well, this is truth, and then that student walking away going, I know what truth is now because Mr. Brooks said so. Instead, it was this. You walk in and you ask the question, what is truth? And boom, you have 12 professors not answering the child, discussing it with each other. And the child, the student, watches and learns. This is the role of discipulus. Discipulus is a follower of a philosopher. That's actually what I'm doing, is I'm looking for my discipulus. So here's how this works. The 12 philosophers would then sit around and they would all discuss, well, in neuroscience, truth means this. Well, over in physics, truth means this. But in chemistry, truth means this. But in mathematics, truth means this. And in law, truth means this. And then the artists would step up and say, yes, but in literature and in theater and in comedy and in tragedy, truth, and each one of them would give a definition of truth. And then the philosopher would say, therefore, what is truth? What do you think is truth? And the child, the student, the discipulus would go, truth is perspective. There it is. Truth is perspective. Truth is perspective. Every one of us lives by our own logical truth. Every one of us. Every one of us is an accumulation of all of the experiences and knowledge that we have ever had together, put together in ourselves. It is not possible. It is not possible for anyone to literally walk in your shoes. It's not a snapshot. When you speak to somebody, when you are speaking to me right now, as you listen to me, you are only getting a fragmented snapshot of my massive logic line. You can't possibly comprehend my point of view any more than I can possibly comprehend yours, because I would require all of those data points from all of the entirety of your life. It isn't possible. It's just not possible. Now, I am an oral historian, so between my published novel, and which covers the first 35 years of my life, and then my blog called Exploratory Dialogues, and my podcast called Shifting Perspectives, and then my second variation of Exploratory Dialogues that launched the pre-healing version. then maybe you would have all of the milestone points of my life, of all of the logical perspective points, so that you could then collect the complete entirety of my life, and then you could understand my perspective. Any more than I could understand yours. The problem is, most people didn't do what I did. Document. And that's the difference. So you can step into my perspective. You can literally consume all of my perspective, almost all of it. I still left out 2 parts on purpose. So when you step in and you look at that and you examine all of it, it's this massive consumption of just perspective. And really, it's the study of perspective. And now I really want to collect all of the other perspectives, because we have this one point of truth in the center of all of us called the energy pool. And in order for me to see it, in order for me to comprehend what it is we're looking at, I'm going to need all of your perspectives. Do you hear what I'm trying to tell you? I am the student walking in with this massive study saying, I have my knowledge, but I need to see the energy pool from all of your perspectives, every one of you. I need as many as I can. I need to hear your story, because once the mathematician tells me their perspective, and the logician can tell me theirs, and the philosopher can tell me theirs, and everyone tells me theirs, I, as the philosopher, can put it all together, put it right down in the middle and say, this is the accumulated knowledge in which I have researched perspective from all of these different subjects, well-rounded, so that I can now conclude this is what I was able to find. But I'm going to say again, it's only my perspective. But no one has the knowledge I have. So I need your information. So please comment below if you're willing to give your information, if you're willing to tell me the story of your finding your energy. Please message me below, DM me. If you want me to DM you, I'll talk. We'll do webcam, we'll do coffee, we'll text, whatever you are comfortable with. I will stay up until 3 a.m. if I need to synchronize with your time zone to have this conversation. So that's what I'm doing now. I have my story. I know my story, but I'm a philosopher. I need to compound all of the perspectives so that I can assess. It's like we're all standing on a body, on a massive body, and you're reporting from the arm, and I'm reporting from the leg, and someone else is reporting from the shoulder. Now, I got the big picture, but it's only in pieces, and I need the rest of the picture, and you've got my piece. So I am on a mission of walking around and literally just talking to everybody I can to say, tell me your story. I want to know your experience with the energy, because the more information I have of it, the more I can finish drawing this weird, crazy-ass picture of this human person that's wrapping around this electromagnetic field. I'm dissecting you. That's right. I am drawing a map of the energy universe. And I've got a lot of information, but I don't have all of it. I need to see it from a different perspective. I need your story. So please comment below, DM me, we'll get in touch, tell me your story. If you want to know mine, I've got it all over the place. But really, when we talk, I really want to hear your story. God, I am so excited. This is what I'm supposed to do. This is it. And the more you tell me your story, the more we're going to connect it. We have to connect that is what you've been trying to tell me. Connect the dots. That's so fucking stupid. Connect the dots. We're connecting, all right. Okay, so this is what she's done. She's created like little dots because she's 5. Because you're 5. I get it. She's playing connect the dots because that's what 5-year-olds do. There's a lot of substantial evidence that this God person that's running our lives is 5 years old. Yeah, so lots of evidence that she's only 5 years old. So this is the fun part. She's given me a lot of little spots all over the map. And when it's the whole, we need to connect. Where's the connection? She's referring to the little fucking dots on the dots. So she's been... Translation. The 30-year-long Easter egg that I've been following, longer than that, but let's go 30 years, has literally been me playing connect the dots with the universe, who's 5. So, oh yay, time does not exist. That makes so much more sense now. Translation. She's 5 in universe years. She's 5 in universe years. We age much faster in our dimension. Now, why do you think that is? Oh, my physics brain just turned right on. Oh, yes. Why are we aging faster than the one God? Why are we, oh, that's going to be a big one. Why are we aging faster? Why are we aging faster? Because we're in a different dimension. Black hole, black hole, black hole, black hole, black hole. Oh, this is gonna, sorry guys, I gotta do this now. Universe says so. Black hole, the closer you are to a black hole, the slower time goes. Are we going the Big Bang? The Big Bang, the Big Bang is a black hole. 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 The Big Bang, I'm having a vision. I'm in the middle of it. The Big Bang is the black hole. Just a minute. The Big Bang is the black hole. And the closer you are to the hole, the slower time goes. But it's not time. 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 What is it? What is it? What it is? It's not time. This is something else. It's something else. The further away you are from the black hole, so we are further than she is. So our gorgeous little goddess here, our 5-year-old, is right next to that black hole. But we are further away from the black hole. We are further away from it. We are further away from it. We are further away from it. Further away from it. If a neuroscience is in the audience, I would love to know why I repeat things like this all the time. Further away from it, further away from it, further away from it. We are further away from it. She's closer to the black hole than we are. She's closer to the black hole than we are. Which is why we age faster. We age faster. Which is why she's only 5. She imagined out, and then the dimensions went out. And the further the dimensions went out, why am I seeing New York City, planetarium, Neil deGrasse, the narration. They're moving out. The lights are moving away from the black hole. They didn't call it the black hole. They said there was the Big Bang. Are we inside a black hole? Are we inside a black hole? No way! We're on the other side of the black hole. Wow! We're on the inside of a black hole. No way! We're on the other side. So the black hole is here. When you have a black hole, the gravity sucks. But on the other side, it does that. Oh my God, a Big Bang is just the other side of a black hole. See, isn't this like fucking awesome? Wow! The beginning and the end. Oh, that makes so much more sense now. Oh, the beginning, the Big Bang is the beginning and the end is the black hole. We're just on the other side of a black hole. We're on the other side of the wormhole. Is this really just looping around? This is so fucking stupid. Really, because you're 5. Really, is it just like looping back around? Is it a circle? Oh my God, the whole thing is fucking circular. It's a circle. It's a circle. It's just a circle. Let's test my drawing skills. Okay, so this is what I see. Okay, so this is what I see right here. Okay, this is the plane. Okay, this is the plane of the black hole and basically the gravitational pull. The closer you are to a black hole, the slower time goes. So slow time, oh, this makes so much more sense, which is why she's 5 years old now, which means she's not the first, because the first would be 0 years old. So the one, and by the way, we're all just the imagination of the figment of imagination. I can see it. So in the planetarium, there is a video with Neil deGrasse Tyson talking, and he's narrating it, and he's explaining the Big Bang. He's explaining the Big Bang and how we are particles moving out like this. Like all of the light and all of the stars in the entire universe, the center of the universe is the Big Bang. The center of the universe is the Big Bang. The center of the universe is our black hole. That's it. It's just the center of the universe. And it's basically blasting out and moving away from the Big Bang. And the question has always been, what's inside the Big Bang? But if it's a gravitational pull, and it is because it's a frequency. I love this shit. Okay, so which side of this black hole am I on? So, okay, this is the direction. Ha ha ha. You're going to love this. You're going to love this. This is so fucking awesome. Okay, so if you look at a black hole, the flow is into the hole. That's why time is slowing down, is because you're getting sucked into it. But if you look at the Big Bang, you're being propelled away from it, which is why it's the reverse side. Boom, we're just in another dimension. That's a dimension. I believe that it goes in a circle, loops back around. It's just like a current. It's a massive current. But it's going like this. Wow. Like I said, omniscient perspective. So once you understand how to shift perspectives, when I say shift perspectives, I don't mean doing this. Like here's I, there's you, shifting perspectives. No, honey, no. Out and in and around and angular. So you can become ground level, animal point of view, man point of view, omniscient point of view, and then you can go bigger than that, and then bigger than that. That's what I mean by shifting perspectives. Not from person to person. I mean out. So it's when you get to the seventh perspective that you break out, and that's what it is. This 12 stages of growth is the 12 stages of perspective growth. That's what it is. It's the 12 stages of perspective growth, which is what they were teaching at Alexandria. And in the 4th century, the Roman Empire burned down the entire city because they wanted to hide this knowledge. So the study of perspective shifting became a lost subject. So that afterwards, people thought philosophy was just the art of thinking. No, it's not. No, it's not. This is the God code. This is what I'm referring to. Once you understand how to shift perspectives, then you'll be able to literally shift perspectives. But we keep thinking two-dimensional. This is a big problem. People think we're three-dimensional. No, we're not. No, we are not. This is two-dimension. Look it up. Study two-dimension. We are two-dimensional thinkers. People are going, oh, well, we're in the 3rd dimension and we're going to the 4th dimension. No, you are not. We are in the 2nd dimension going to the 3rd dimension, because if you were able to think in 3 dimensions, you would be up here. But you're not. You are looking eye to eye with other human beings. You're not thinking like a god. That requires 3rd dimensional thinking. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Shifting perspectives. We are under the impression that we are 3rd dimensional going into the 4th dimension, but we don't even understand time. Time is not time. Time is just a dimension. It's just a slot. It's space. Time is space. That's what I'm trying to say. Time is a perspective. It's space. It isn't a thing you can chop up and then imagine you're standing still, but the dimensions are moving. The dimensions move. Not you through dimensions. The dimensions move through you. It's like when we thought the earth was the center of the universe. Listen to what I'm saying. It's like you thought the world was the center of the universe, and then we found out the sun was. We shifted perspectives. When the sun became the center of the universe. Now here, try it this way. When you look at dimensions, you think the dimensions, you think you are moving through time. No, you're not. Time is a dimension. It is a block of space, and it is moving through you. So if you just stand still and you breathe, well, there goes another dimension. Now it's in the past dimension. Now you are in the present dimension. And look, here is a future dimension coming towards you, but I'm not moving. I am staying still because the dimensions are moving, and that is time. Time is the moving dimensions, the ones that pass through us without even moving. That is time. Now, in order to dimension walk, you require a compass, or you're not going to get back to where you are. So if you want to dimension walk, you need the philosopher's compass. This is the stuff that I studied and I created, and I love it, the philosopher's compass. In order to understand where you are, you have to know 3 points of information: who you are, who your you of I is, your point of reference, and you need a third, because we are in the third dimension. This is why. Because we're two-dimensional. God, I cannot explain to you how much this has fucked up all of our mathematical numbers. So when you think in two-dimension, you think binary. You think male, female. No, we're moving into the third dimension, which means it's male, female, and luminal. Third dimensional thinking. We think, oh, you need 2 points on a map, longitude and latitude. No, you're two-dimensional thinking. Go bigger, change your perspective. 3 points on a map. You need the philosopher's compass. The philosopher's compass is the longitude and latitude of third dimensional living. We're two-dimensional moving into the third. The third dimension is going to give you the point of view, I of I of I, and then, because this whole thing is I, it's I of I of I, and then it's the you of I, and the other one over here is they of I. The they of I is your community. That is your dimension. So if you want to go dimension walking, you're going to need the philosopher's compass, because it's the only way you're going to find your way back home. I think Christ got lost because he was two-dimensional, because he did not have the complete, did he? I got to think about that. I'm pretty sure of it. And the reason why is because of this. Because in the last things he said, I go to prepare a place for you. Now, he's not referring to I, Christ, going for you, the people. He actually is talking about the philosopher's compass, I and you. He says, I of I am going to prepare a place for you of I. But if I of I goes, I of I will come again and receive the you of I unto the I's self. So that where I of I is, you will be also. But there's a third. It's the they. You must have the they. It's the third part. So once you have all of these pieces learned, once you understand how they work, all of it, it all comes together. Then you'll be able to start dimension walking. You'll be able to start moving. But you're not really, you'll see. You'll see. We are just on the other side of a wormhole. Okay. All right. So hi. I'm out. All right, deep breath in. I have several events coming up. I started scheduling things, so I'm going to be doing a lot of workshops on these. I'm very, very excited about these workshops. Take a look. Just look at my Linktree account. Just look at my Linktree account. It's all there. Wow. Thank you so much. And may the kindest of words always find you.